Welcome, everybody. How are you doing tonight? Happy freaking Sunday. It is the middle of the week, and I have a few things I'd like to cover tonight. But first, I'd like to remind everybody about the Dallas event coming up September 16th through the 18th. You will want to be there. There is going to be a Fusioners Got Talent show that everybody is invited to join in on. And so I would ask that you think about that and maybe, step out of your comfort zone and enter into the talent show. So it's going to be a fun time. There's always lots of training, and it is just a great time to meet the leaders in our organization. Eric Gamio should be there, and Luca Maloney, along with his beautiful wife, Lily, who we all adore and who has the most amazing heart of anybody you ever want to see. So tonight I have some training I would like to go over, as well as some product information. So I was chatting with a couple of gals on the team, Alicia and Desiree, and we were talking about the 7-day Vita Energy packs, and started thinking about maybe putting together other variety packs. So one idea was maybe an athletic performance pack and having it maybe be a 5-day pack instead of having a 7-day for that, and then pricing it accordingly. So we put together a couple of ideas. One is the athletic packs. You'd have the Vita Energy, the Flex Tay, and the Post Sport together. And if you did that as a 5-pack, we could sell those for about $25 for the 5-day, which is about $5 a day, which isn't bad for your athletic supplements. And that should get them through a week or a little bit more of their training, depending if they train 3, 4, or 5 days a week. Another idea, excuse me, is perhaps a weight loss pack, just to give them an idea of how the weight loss products work. And they shouldn't expect massive results. Excuse me, my hair's kind of messed up. Massive results, but in 5 days they could at least see how they feel, and probably have some sugar cravings get curbed a little bit, just because of the way these products work and the way they detoxify. I know for me, it was huge to get rid of that sweet craving. And so to put the Termo-Tay, the Tay No Carb, the Flora Leave, and the what's the other one? Oh, the Liquid Fibra together in a 5-day pack would run about $35. And so also not a bad deal. And then it gives them a chance to try all the products and to see if they like the flavor of them, which of course they are, but to kind of see how that works with them and their weight management goals. The other pack that I was thinking of, which is what I'm drinking right now, the Sleepy Time pack. And that would consist of Off, Pro Ball, and Beauty In. And to give a 5-day of those, which Pro Ball and Beauty In are two of our more expensive products, just because of the ingredients used in there. For a 5-day, that would be $30 for 5 days of those 3 products. And give people a little bit more targeted way to try the products, as well as give us a way to then also increase a little bit of that revenue coming in, so we're able to then turn around and purchase more products for ourselves. This also gives us a chance to have people set up as customers, and gives them a way to know what they want to have auto shipped once they've tried it, and they can see. We can also do something like a half and half pack. So if you wanted to do half Vita Energy and half On, I forgot to calculate that to see what that would cost, but it'd be pretty simple to do. The Vita Energy is $45 and the On is $35, so that's $80, so $40 for the Vita Energy and the On. I would add tax and a little bit of money for shipping on that, so you can recover that. You're always charged tax on retail whenever you purchase the products in the first place, and that helps keep us all compliant with the tax man, so we're not getting dinged on taxes later, which is never a good thing. So just some food for thought on the products and how to use them. I have set up right now. And if anybody is gifted in this area and could put together something similar to this for me, I can give you the label number to kind of show you what it should be. This one I've done for the Vita Energy. And I got this artwork online someplace. I probably copied the picture off of Google Images or something. But what I did is I set up these labels and do 4 to a sheet. And so I buy the big box of them because it comes a lot cheaper that way. And so then I put the image on here, and then I just put my name and my phone number and my email and my website. Now what I do is I make the phone number and my website bigger, and then my email address and my name smaller, because the most important information, you want to make it bigger. Now I can't remember, but I believe the eyes go to the right, which is why I put my information in this top right corner. If I'm wrong about that, I didn't Google it just to make sure I was right. If I'm wrong about that, let me know. And wherever the eyes naturally go, that's where we want to have that information. But I believe it's in the upper right corner is where our eyes naturally go whenever we look at something. Now what I stick those to, if you hang on just one second, I will show you. So I get these little cellophane bags from Amazon. They come 100 to a pack, and they're not Ziplocs, so they're less expensive. And these fit right on there very nicely. And so I just stick the sticker on here, and then this has a little pull thing right here that you just lift it off, and it's got little sticky tape on there. So once you load it up with your samples in here, then you can pull this and seal it up, and then you have it ready to go. So I just keep these, I load these up on Thursday, which is our Monday, because that's after our closing day, and I have them ready for the week so I can hand them out to folks with my information. All right, I will hopefully hear from some of you guys that it would be great. I would love to have different stickers for the like the half and half pack, the athletic pack, the weight management pack, and the sleepy time pack. So and I'd like to maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll be able to work on that this week. If it takes, I don't want anybody to spend a lot of time on it, because I want everybody spending time on money making activities. If you haven't watched Randy's Power Recruiting video, please watch that. I'm still working on putting an outline together for that. But it is an incredible training. He did an amazing job with teaching people and just showing folks how to really utilize the tools. Talked about third party, using our third party resources, which is your upline, our videos, and any kind of CDs that you might have, even with other people in network marketing, that would be not you. You don't want to be the expert, and you want to make sure that you're always pointing people someplace else. So I want to do a little bit of training next tonight. And I have a friend, Nancy Moore. She lives in Durango, Colorado. And she had the honor, they all had the honor and the pleasure of having Randy surprise them at their Leadership Academy on Monday, this past Monday night. And so it was a real learning experience for them. And Randy, when you guys get to meet him, if you haven't met him already, you will learn that he is one of the most gracious, loving, forgiving, optimistic people you'd ever want to meet in your entire life. He, it's hard to explain. If you haven't met him, if you've met him, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't met him, when you do meet him, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just one of those things you can't really put into words. So here's what happened in Durango. Randy had said he was going to go to a Leadership Academy, and so everybody got all excited, and I tried contacting some people here so we could get some excitement going to maybe have him come to Des Moines again, because I really want him to come back to Des Moines. I think it would just be an amazing time to have him come back and talk to us again. But so Durango actually had a lot of activity with the different, because his guidelines were the people had to actually go onto Facebook and say, I'm committing to having this many people. So like I had to get on there and say, I'm committing to having 3 guests at this Leadership Academy. And Diane would have had to get on Facebook and say, I'm committing to having 2 people at this academy. And then Annika would have had to get on and say, I'm committing to having 5 people at this academy. So it was all the individuals had to get on there and say. So Durango did have the most activity, and they were the ones that I originally thought were going to get him there. But then he did a little bit of a punk move where he said, not that he's a punk, but he punked everybody. Where somebody said, oh, you're coming to Durango. And he said, I don't see Durango on the schedule for leadership academies. And so Penny down there, she kind of had a heart attack because it wasn't on the list. And so she got it on there real quick, but by that time it was already Monday, and she figured they all figured he wasn't coming. So they kind of lost their wind. They lost the wind in their sails. And so Randy walks in, and they didn't follow up with their guests to make sure they were going to come. Some people were going to be going, and they ended up having company show up at their house. So rather than grab the company and make them go with them to the Leadership Academy, they stayed home instead. And just this whole host of things happened, which, hey, I get it, because I lost my wind too when we didn't have other people posting on there. And I was like, oh, just kind of throw your hands up, and you're like, oh, what's the point? So when he walked in, I even thought about what I would do if he walked in here, which I knew he wasn't going to come here, but still there was just a little millionth of a chance, that maybe he's like, oh, I'm going to go to Des Moines and just see what that Isa Bonita is doing. And it made me want to throw up the thought of him coming here, because I had not done what I should have done to have a successful leadership academy that night. And they were all prepared with their training and everything, but they didn't have any guests at that leadership academy. And so what he taught them was you don't have leadership academies for Randy Gage to show up. And Randy told me this when I was doing the Des Moines event back in March. And I said, what do I say about you? What bio do I use? How do I promote for you? And he said to me, don't make this about me. You make this about the opportunity. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense, because he's not always going to be at those events. There's only one Randy Gage, and there's going to be thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people in Fusion here in the United States. And Randy can't be everywhere all the time. As much as we'd like to have him everywhere all the time, he's still just one person, and he's still a person. And so he said, you build for the new person. You build so the new person knows how to build. You set these up for the guests so they know the opportunity that they have. We have the most amazing opportunity available right now to the world. It's incredible. We have the most incredible product. It's so easy to use. It tastes great. It's so good for you. It has helped so many people. And people have already been using this for 10 years. 10 years, which means if there were any bad side effects, we'd know about them right now, because that's how long it takes to really get the down and dirty on new products. I've always said, ever since those e-cigs came out, 10 years, we're going to find out how bad those really are. And they're already finding out how bad they really are. But I know in 10 years, we're going to know really how bad those really are. So now, when you look up, try to find bad side effects from Fusion products, there's nothing out there. You can't find it. And in South America, they don't have the restrictions that we have on what they can say about things and how they do things. They're not like us. So if there was bad side effects for us to know about, we'd know about them by now. And believe me, being in Colombia and at Alumbra and seeing all those people, oh, it's just incredible. So we need to make sure that we build up every single week, okay? And this isn't anagram. Not an anagram. Is that the right word? No. what's the word? All the letters make you make it all out of other letters. Maybe it is an Enneagram. I don't know. Anyway, we build up. I'll figure out the word and I'll put it on Facebook later. So if you write out, we build up down. The W and we is Wednesday. Wednesday, and the E is every day. So it's Wednesday every day. On Wednesday, we find ourselves scrambling and calling and following up and getting those last few points in so we can achieve ranks and I can help others achieve ranks. And it's this huge, stressful, you're on the phone and you're on Facebook and you're on text messaging and you're just like, going on, you have those excitement and energy and things just going on and happening and you're dropping off samples and you're picking up this and doing all that. But we need to have that kind of intensity every day. We run on a weekly cycle. And so we need to make sure that we have that same intensity every single day. So Wednesday, every day. That's the we, okay? Wednesday, every day. Build, the B in build is for back office. We need to be checking our back office every single morning when we get up to see where things are, to see that we check our enrollment lines tab. If you have people if you sponsored people into the business, you need to be checking on them to see how close they are to their next rank. And then finding out what you can do to help them get their next customer, to get that volume, to help them share with their neighbor, to help them maybe put together a home meeting. So check that back office and know what's going on with your organization. The U is urgency. We need to have that urgency every single day. We need to know that this is what we are doing because we've got big goals and big dreams and we're going to make this happen because there's all kinds of people out in the world that need what we have and they need their freedom and they need to take their lives back. And we can't do it in the traditional model. We know that this is the way to do it. So let's make sure we tell people that. The I in build is for invite. Invite, invite, invite. Keep inviting until you get really good at inviting. And last week, I talked about doing the self-coaching after you invite or after you have an interaction with somebody. And I'll go over that real quick again here for those who didn't make it last week and I didn't get to post that video online. So this one will get posted. So remember, after you have an interaction, think, what did you like best about that interaction? What went really well? And make note of that. And if you can keep a journal on this, even better, so you can kind of keep track of how things are going and how you're improving. And then you can then show that to people later on down the road when they're struggling. You can say, I talked to this person and here's what happened. You can have it in the journal and show them, because when they see that somebody who's successful kind of did some, things that were like kind of dumb and kind of funny, and then you have it for the stories later too, then that really helps to encourage them. We are to live our story so that we can encourage others in their stories. And that's really the whole game of life, truly, is to keep living your own story so that you can help others live their story. So what went well with the interaction? What did you really think went well? The second question is, what could have gone better? What could you have done differently to make the whole interaction of a better experience for everybody, for the person you're talking to, for yourself? What could have been better? And then the third thing that you need to ask yourself is, what was your overall feeling of the interaction? Alicia last week had mentioned that she'd asked her husband Jerry those exact questions after they had done a home meeting and she'd done the presentations, and so, which is great. You want to get that feedback. And you can get it if you have others there and get the feedback from them. That is even better, because they see things that you maybe don't. And they'll see more positive things, but it also starts us thinking about what's positive about that. Because so often we want to go straight to the negative with ourselves, at least for me. And I want to say, oh man, I should have asked him this, or I should have, when they said that, I should have asked them another question about, if they'd mentioned their kids, I should have asked them more about their kids, or things like that. And I tend to beat myself up probably a little bit more than I should. And so it really forces me to say, okay, because the first question is what went well. And so you have to stop and think, okay, what was positive? And we keep in that positive mindset. So for the build, just to review, B is for back office, U is for urgency, and I is for invite, invite, invite. Get really good at inviting people. Now it's your job to invite. It's not your job to sponsor. Your job begins and ends with inviting and presenting. The L is for list. Your list is your life. That is where your $1 million is going to come from. Without a good list, you don't have any inventory. That's your inventory for your store. That's everything, your list. Get your list, get 200 names on it. Do not prejudge, do not determine what they're going to say. If you ask them about this business or this opportunity, don't think about it. Just get them on the list. Once you have 200, keep adding names to that list. You want to add 2 names a day to that list. If you want to take weekends off and add 10 names a week, that's great. That's still 500 names a year. Even if you take 2 weeks off for vacation, that's 500 names a year. And if you get in the habit of adding 2 names a day to that list, you will never run out of people and your business will be ginormous. So get that list and get it going. If you need help with your list, let me know. We'll pull out your phone. We'll pull out your Facebook. We will get you some people on that list. But let's move slowly through the list. Don't go blazing through it, because we want to make sure that we're learning the lessons as we go along, as we're sharing the videos, as we're using the app. All that stuff's still a work in progress. We want to make sure that we're hacking through the jungle with the right path, because we are hacking through the jungle, and we'll keep that path going so that we're creating a nice roadway for those who are following behind us. D is for dedicate. The D in build is for dedicate. And I choose to dedicate a certain amount of time every single day to rainmaker activities. That's inviting, following up, presenting, and sponsoring, and getting people enrolled, whether they're a customer or a business builder. Those are what you get paid on. That's how you get paid. Filing, me putting together sample packs, that's not rainmaking activity. It's important that I get the sample packs put together, but that doesn't count in my time that I'm spending on my business. So whatever time it is, and you can't say you're working it in your spare time, because spare time does not exist. You need to block off the time, go ahead and set your calendar and determine all the things you already have on your schedule, and then whatever time you have open that you're willing to put toward the business, whether it's an hour a day, whether it's an hour 4 days a week, whether it's 2 hours a day, whatever that is, that needs to be in your calendar and in stone. And you need to be doing the rain-making activities. Now, so we have we, build, and an up. The U and up is for upline support. I am here to help you. Randy is here to help you. Let me know. I have other cross-line people who can help as well. And so just let me know if you need folks to talk to. If you hear my dog in the background, I apologize. He got a new bone today and he's really liking it. I got some lamb bones, lamb femur bones. And Louie, buddy. Okay, good. He's a good boy. So upline support. Make sure you're utilizing your upline support, whoever that is. And then the P in the we build up is for positive attitude. We want to make sure that we are always looking at the positive side of things, because no matter what, this is our journey. Whatever happens, good, bad, or indifferent, it's our journey. I've had some challenges these past couple of weeks, and I pretty much am like, no big deal. But then on occasion, I kind of get the bitterness and stuff setting in, and I have to remember, hey, it's just part of the journey. You know what? It's just a blip. It's a blip on the radar, and I just have to keep moving and keep going and not worry about what other people think, say, or do. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know what my journey is. I know where my destination is, and I'm going there. And I want to bring everybody with me. I want everybody I know to come with me and enjoy this amazing ride. And I'm just so excited about it. I just can't even tell you. It has been, so we build up and want to make sure that we're doing the sample packs. Make sure that you remember that Thursday is our Monday. Today is Sunday. And so we still have 3 more days, and actually more than that. 3 days and 4 hours left in our week. So this is almost exactly halfway through the week. So let's see who else we can show those videos to. I didn't get that post on Facebook. I have to put that out there. I'll get the post on Facebook so we can track the videos. I'll put the spreadsheet together and we'll keep track of how many of the videos we're sending out and following up with those to see when we get up to 100, and then we can get up to 500, and then 1,000, and then 5,000. And as each of you guys start getting your teams doing 100, 500, 1,000, and 5,000, it's going to be incredible. We're going to have a major explosion across the country, and that's what we're looking for. That's what Randy Gage is good at, and that's what we're going to do. So we're gonna do what he tells us because he's done it before, and he's going to do it again. So I want you guys to have a fabulous week, and I look forward to seeing all of you in Dallas, September 16th to the 18th. And of course, let me know if you have questions or need help with anything. And all right, have a great Sunday night. Talk to you soon. Bye.